If you're a project manager, you know that Jira is just a gold mine of data. But let's be real. How do you turn that giant mountain of information into something you can actually use? Well, today we're going to do just that. We are unlocking the power of the pivot table feature inside the Time and Status app. Get ready to see your project data go from totally overwhelming to incredibly empowering. Does this feel familiar? You are literally drowning in data from all your different projects, all your teams, all your tasks, but you're somehow starved for real, actual insights. It's that classic case of information overload, and it is a major roadblock when you're trying to make smart, fast decisions. And look, this isn't just you. This is a universal challenge for anyone in project management. When you're juggling a bunch of projects at once, it's so tough to see the big picture, right? To spot those bottlenecks, or even just figure out which team needs a hand. But what if? What if you could just cut through all of that noise and get straight to the answers? Well, that's exactly where pivot tables come in. Think of them as the key to unlocking the stories that are hiding inside your data. They help you organize everything and summarize it in a way that just makes sense. So, what even is a pivot table? Okay, imagine a smart, interactive summary of all your data. And the best part? No complex formulas needed. You can take this huge data set and, in an instant, group it, filter it, and completely rearrange it to answer your most important questions. It's all about seeing your data from new and really powerful perspectives. And, this is about so much more than just organizing data. It's about unlocking its true potential. You can simplify all that complexity, spot those hidden patterns you'd otherwise miss, and start making smarter, data-driven decisions. Seriously, this tool saves you a ton of time and makes it super easy to share what you find with your team, so everybody is on the same page. All right, theory is great, but let's see this thing in action. We're going to walk through a real-world scenario to show you exactly how a pivot table can lead to some seriously powerful analysis. Okay, so imagine you're managing 5 different projects at once. You need a quick, high-level overview of how they're all doing. Where is time actually being spent? Are there any hidden roadblocks slowing things down? This is precisely the kind of challenge a pivot table was built for. Getting started is honestly so simple. You do not need to be a data wizard. With just 3 quick drag-and-drop moves, you can turn that mountain of raw data into a clean, organized, easy-to-read summary. And just like that, boom, you have a table showing you exactly how much time is being spent in each status, all broken down by project. And right away, insights just start jumping out at you. In this example, you can see Project 1 has a really high total time, but look closer. A huge chunk of it is stuck in the to-do column. Now, that's not just a number, that's a red flag. It forces us to ask, why? Are tasks being planned but never started? Is there some kind of bottleneck before development even kicks off? Now, we can make these insights completely impossible to miss. Instead of just scanning a bunch of numbers, let's use conditional formatting. With a simple rule, like highlighting any status that's over 40 hours in bright red, the problem areas just visually pop off the screen. Your data table suddenly becomes an unmissable call to action. Okay, this right here is where the real magic of pivot tables shines. Just by reordering the fields in your rows, you can ask completely different questions. So if you put sprint first, you're analyzing how the team performed in that sprint. But flip it around, put assignee first, and now you're looking at an individual's workload across all their sprints. It's the same data, but you're getting entirely new insights. It's so powerful. Tables are awesome for getting into the details, but sometimes you just need to tell a story at a glance. So let's see how we can turn these numbers into a powerful visual narrative. Let's face it, a table packed with numbers can still feel a little overwhelming. But the great news is, with just a single click, you can turn that entire pivot table into a chart, instantly making your data so much easier to understand. And there it is. This chart just brings our earlier discovery to life. Remember that bottleneck we found in Project 1? Well, now it's impossible to ignore. That massive bar for to-do is such a clear visual signal that something needs our attention, and it communicates the problem way faster than raw numbers ever could. So let's bring this all together. We've seen how to build a report, how to find insights, and how to visualize them. But what does this all mean for you and your team, really? What are the actual concrete actions you can take away from this? This is where pivot tables truly make a difference. You're moving away from just passive reporting and into active improvement. You can pinpoint those workflow bottlenecks, optimize your release process, and even check if your story point estimates actually line up with the real effort. And by saving your reports, you can track these trends over time, creating a real cycle of continuous improvement. Your project data is telling a story. It's a story about your team, your process, and your product. The only question is, are you ready to listen? With tools like this, you have everything you need to hear that story loud and clear. Thanks for tuning in.